Hi everybody, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. Wow, today I am delivering to you guys a genuine first impressions ride review on this tasty little CF MOTO number. It is the 450 NK. It's out there to compete with the likes of KTM's Duke 390, maybe the Z500, perhaps even the Triumph 400s, I would probably say, maybe the Speed 400. So yeah, we're going to take a quick look at it and then we're going to hop on it, and it's going to be my genuine first impressions because it's just been dropped off. So if you're interested to find out what I think and just look at this a little bit closer, then keep watching. So here we have it, CF Moto's 450 NK. If we take a close look at it, it has a parallel twin engine that produces just under 47 brake horsepower for its A2 compliancy. It has real nice naked bike styling, as you can see if we have a walk round. If we look at it from this angle, it looks quite nice, quite aggressive on that back end. If we take a look at the dash, look at that. Now, I don't often get on with these dashes that reflect the light, like you can see the electric lines in the sky and a bit of my head. So let's see what it looks like when it's switched on. So it is quite nice, but I can imagine on a bright day you might struggle to see that, if I'm being honest. Switchgear, very simplistic. This one does have connectivity, which is an extra, I believe. If we look at the front, looks kind of futuristic. If we take a look at it, the quality looks like it's there on initial glance. It doesn't look a badly made bike. It's also a very cheap bike. So yeah, I will flag some stats up or try and mention some along the way because I've literally just come to pick this up and I don't know much about it, but I thought it would be nice just to document my initial first ride review on it. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up and we're going to ride. Right guys, first ride, 450 NK, bring it on. This bike is cheapy cheap, let me tell you that. It's a sub £5,000 bike, and don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure I've seen online kind of while stocks last type situations where you can pick this up for £4,299. What the heck? Right. So if we look at the screen first off, it's really nice and pleasant. You've got menu, you've got settings, information, you've got call because we have TFT connectivity spec'd on this bike. I do believe it's quite an expensive feature, like I want to say £370 or something like that. But it also does give you a tracker, I want to say, that you don't have to subscribe to it or anything, so maybe you can justify the cost a little bit more that way. So we've got a gear indicator at the top, info there, range there, and a fuel gauge at the bottom. Traction controls on, and then we've got miles an hour, nice and big. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? So this will be a bit different from what I've just arrived on, which was a Duke 990 or a 990 Duke. Oh, excuse you, with the punch. Oh, okay. That's got a bit of a fruity rasp to it. I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. All right. So obviously we're working with just shy of 47 brake horsepower because this is an A2 compliant machine. So when Dom said, do you want to try the CF MOTO 450 NK? I was a bit like, yeah, let me add it, because I kind of like bikes that you have to wring the neck of because it's fun, but also I'm very intrigued about this engine because I've been trying to get on the unicorn bike, the 450 MT, but let's just say that's quite in demand, and it's been in demand for a long time with the UK bike vlogging scene. So I haven't managed to get my hands on that yet, but this shares the same engine, so it'll give me a nice taste as to what that bike will be about in terms of, you know, how it is on the road, because this is the same engine. We're working with 39 newton meters of torque. So far, first impressions, I won't lie, the seat feels quite firm, but it's a nice shape. It's quite curved. Oh, it sounds lovely. So we'll put it in 6th for 30-mile-an-hour roads. And it just, we'll shut the visor also so you guys can have better audio, hopefully. Clutch, mad light. Third gear acceleration then wasn't too bad. Oh, look at these deers. Love that. Besties. Oh, I can't actually get over the sound of this. I reckon with the end can on it, it'd sound pretty fruity. We'll go around here. Yeah, it's just a very easy ride. Very easy. Crazy low as well. Crazy low. I think it's got a seat height of 795 mil. Also very light. Like crazy light. CF Moto say it's got a ready to ride weight of 165 kilograms. And I don't actually know if that accounts for fuel or just oil. I'm not sure what their ready to ride definition is, because it's never the same as my definition, that's for sure. But I guess even if we add a few extra kilos to, you know, play it safe, say we were to add 10 extra kilos and say it's 175 kilograms, that's still obscenely light, I think. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We're blocked. Oh no. Because this big bloody Bertha. There we go. Doesn't have a quick shifter or an auto blipper, but it is quite easy to flick up the box, for sure. We'll do a bit of weaseling, I think, shall we? Weasel, weasel coming through. Oh, it does sound great. I will give it that. I will give it that. Sound is impressive. Nipping here, don't mind if I do. So, first impressions, very easy to ride, very light. Clutch is light, which is always good for people with my kind of strength on my wrists or my fingers. It looks like there is a bit of adjustability on the levers, so that's always nice. But yeah, I think light and low is a very good key takeaway from this. So there are a few colour options available. This is in the white, nebula white, I want to say. There is a Zephyr blue, and I think I prefer the Zephyr blue to the white. And then there is a black, I can't remember what that's called. but it's black anyway. Yeah, what a nice sound this has got to it. So of course we're not looking at groundbreaking technology. We've got upside down non-branded forks. They have no adjustability. At the rear we have an adjustable preload, which is expected, I guess. We only have a single disc on the front with a J1 caliper, but the bike does have ABS, of course, as it should. We don't have an IMU with this bike, so we don't have any lean sensitive traction control, ABS or anything like that, but we can switch the traction control off. Oh, it's a free rever, it's an easy rever. I like that. Actually, we're turning here according to Google Maps. In Google Maps, phone mount is Peak Designs for anybody interested. Clear, 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 clear. Oh, yes. Oh, hello. The sound. Excuse you. But yeah, I tried to make it so we were going to ride over Woodhead. I hope that's the case. I wanted to go over Snake Pass this morning on the 990 Duke, but the A57 Snake Pass was closed. Oh, I feel like this is one of those bikes that you actually end up riding quite quick everywhere because it's just so easy to rev it. That throttle is lovely. I mean, we haven't tested the limitations of the brakes or anything. We're just riding normally, riding casually. Oh, I love the lightness of that clutch. I love it. Makes life easy. Especially if you have to filter through heavy traffic. There is nothing worse than a heavy clutch. I mean, you guys know I like the BMW R12, but I borrowed one for the DGR, and you know what charity rides are like, where your hands end up, or your left hand ends up crispy with pain because you're constantly feathering the clutch. Well, I had to filter on the motorway on the way back, and I think I might have shed a tear with the pain, if I'm being honest. But I can't imagine that would be the case on a bike like this, although a bike like this wouldn't qualify for the DGR. So I'm just at this junction here, and I've got a flat foot with actually a bent leg. I've got a bent leg? That's mental. Oh yeah, this is a good whippersnapper, this. This is a fun little whipper. I like that. I really like it. Yes, already I'm a fan. I think it's a cracking little bike. I mean, obviously first impressions, I ain't done many miles on it, but I ride that many bikes that I do kind of get an idea of what I'm gonna like and what I'm not gonna like quite quick. So yeah, of course I'm going to ride this bike more, and then I'm going to give you guys my proper impressions after I've been riding it for a while, get a few miles under my belt, all that jazz. We'll do some close-up footage on the B-roll, some nice crisp stuff. Hopefully I will have formed some likes and dislikes, and I can deliver you guys a more comprehensive, well-rounded review. But for now, this is literally, I just have the cameras on me and I've got an opportunity to film as I take away a brand new bike. So yeah, but so far so good. I like how it makes me feel. It's quite a loosey-goosey bike. And loosey-goosey is good, especially for learners. Like, it just feels easy to ride. It feels uncomplicated. It feels very just throw your leg over it and go. And it'll do basic controls very well. And I feel like that's kind of what you want if you're, I don't know, an older biker that's returning to biking but you want something a bit lighter, or somebody that's new and just wants an easy to ride bike within the licensed category, and also something that's cheap. Like I said, sub £5,000 bike I want to say 4995, but like I said, I've seen it advertised 4299, but I think that's literally while stocks last. Maybe because with all the Euro stuff happening, everyone's having to sell the bikes because of new emissions regulations, legislation, blah blah, all that annoying stuff. I think there'll be a lot of dealers that will be reducing stock that doesn't meet this new emissions thing, because I think if a bike's not sold before a certain time with these engines, then they just can't be sold. So I think there's going to be some huge discounts across dealer networks. Could be wrong, probably am, but it's just my prediction. Well, at least we've kind of given it a little bit of a test so far in terms of town, in terms of faster paced roads. Like, this is a 60, so it would be nice if we could do it, Mr. Vauxhall. Beep beep toot toot coming through. Thank you, thank you. So straight on. Thankfully we can just squeeze in here. Oh! Excuse you. Dirty little sound. 270-degree crank. That explains a lot. See, this guy is like literally... There we go. Oh, yes. Sounds nice, this. I like it. I like it a lot. So CF Moto do have a growing dealership presence in the UK. I think they're at just under 40 dealerships. Again, I might need to fact check myself, but they do have plans for expansion. And you know what? It is a Chinese bike, and I know that puts a lot of people off because there are a few people that can't get past the thoughts of Chinese unreliability, but they are getting so competitive on price. And honestly, there's a lot of manufacturers that are just kind of outpricing themselves out of anybody's market. I mean, Honda have just recently done a crazy bold move by bringing out their CB1000, which is their 1000cc Hornet, bringing it out at flipping £8,999. When Suzuki have their GSXS 1000 I want to say just shy of £12,000. It's a big old difference. And I wonder how many manufacturer crisis meetings there are over this pricing strategy. I mean, the people, the bikers are rejoicing. And I don't know, out of the 1000cc nakeds, the CB1000R, when that was like the Neo Cafe Sport, you know, it's an inline 4. It's very, I don't know, didn't really set the loins on fire, if that makes sense. But I think people will settle for a sexy exhaust at that price just to make them feel something, you know, and just, you know, own that bike because of the price. So what I'm trying to get at is price is massively important and is a huge factor when it comes to buyers' decisions nowadays. And the prices are getting ridiculous, and the cost of living is getting ridiculous, and wages aren't going up to match inflation and cost of living, and nobody's kind of living as comfortably as they were a few years ago. And I honestly think that these cheap bikes, I mean, I know there's a lot of people against finance, but you can get this bike at sub £5,000 on finance for pittance. Like I say, the dash I think would be a bit annoying on a very, very sunny day, but it is pleasant to look at. Like if you're seeing what I'm seeing, oh crikey, I just remembered I've put my camera in wide mode instead of ultra wide mode because a few people suggested that I should try it with the DJI, especially when it comes to motor vlogging and things look a little less fisheye. So yeah, we'll see if it makes any difference. Let me know in the comments below if you think it's better or worse. Alright, so up the box. Fake quick shifter. Oh, it accelerates nicely. That it does. So we're on the brakes, fling it in, pick it up. Alright, okay. Yeah, this is fun, this is nice. It's not done anything that's made me think, oh, I don't like that. Not initially anyway, not from just jumping straight on it. Tips in nice. Oh, lovely. It's got quite sporty rubber on this, not much tread. I'm not sure how good it would be in the wet, but it's certainly doing a decent job in the dry. Suspension feels nice as well. Feels nicely damped. Would have been a good opportunity to overtake all around this because you could see it was clear, but solid lines dictate that. Computer says no. Which is sad because you could see all this was clear from right back down there. But honestly, so far it's ticking a lot of boxes for me. Light, low. The comfort of the seat, I'll have to get a few more miles under my belt before I can really comment. And also, I have just come back from doing just under 1,000 miles in 2 riding days, so maybe my bum is a little bit on the sore side from that trip. Do you know what? What better place to end the vlog than with this absolute gorgeous sight in front. This reservoir. Absolutely stunning. Well, I hope this has given you enough of a little taste, a little sample of my first impressions. I think it's got a lot of promise. It's a really fun bike, that's for sure. I love how it sounds, I love how the throttle feels. I love the power pickup on it, given the fact that we are only working with just shy of 47 brake horsepower. You know, it still feels fun. It feels good. I can't really complain in this short ride so far, so yeah, give me a bit more time with it. I'll try and find some things that I don't quite like, do a bit more research on it, because of course I have just hopped on it and ridden it back home. But yeah, sometimes I get the feeling with bikes that you know, it's like it's work, I've got to go out and do a review. But with this bike, I'm not getting those vibes. I'm getting the vibes that it would be a great bike if, you know, just to get out the garage and go and run a few errands on, go for a little bit of a Sunday hoon on, a Sunday smash, not literally, but just a Sunday flit about. The engine, honestly, I thought it would be really, really lacking, and of course it's not 70 horsepower and onwards, which is a nice amount on the road. 70 is nice, 100 to 125 is ideal for me personally, my opinion. Everyone's different, but this is just a little bike that you can really rev, have fun with, whip it round, and yeah, so far so good. I love you and I'll leave you, and on that note, I'll see you on the next vlog. Alright, take care guys, bye!